Rough territory.
Safer not to.
A pleasure to see you again.
Carry food with you or you'll end up eating some. Reading time.
Attention! Halbert pilot to station Epsilon. Halbert pilot report to station Epsilon. That is all.
Unless you
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Never turn your back.
Can I help you with anything?
I'll take a look.
Got some choice weapons that just came in.
If you run into any synths, shoot to kill. Don't take it.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging their victims up like trophies. I'm just glad it's over.
While we can do nothing for Gabriel's victims, we can at least take comfort in the knowledge that the threat has been removed. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities. as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
If you need medical attention, see Dr. Volker.
Hi, miss.
Scanning. Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Your new quarters are here, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Your new quarters are here, ma'am. When you're finished here, ma'am, Father wants to see you.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
I wish Quentin would stop telling those stupid stories.
Shaun?
Ah. Hello, Mother. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I try and talk it out. See if things can be resolved peacefully.
An admirable goal. And yet we find ourselves in a situation where something more significant must be done. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Hey, I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
I've been waiting for you.
Watch your tone, Synth.
Next time, move faster. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. We're going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Must retargeted.
X4.
Find and secure the synths.
I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
F633. Initiate reset. Authorization code Delta 62 Arcus. All right, Synth.
Please.
C322. Initiate reset. Authorization code Gamma 49 Typhoon. You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
B257. Initiate reset. Authorization code Theta 93 Stratus. No sudden moves.
Please.
Y915. Initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest.
Carla, back again? Time to do business?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
You break it?
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They kept me alive, too?
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out?
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Shaun, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Well, it's remarkable. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
There's always a risk. It was worth it.
I'm glad you see it that way. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course. But they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Operating net.
Have you seen J522 around? He didn't show up for duty today.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure, with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I have no idea what that is.
I'll admit I'm relieved. It's intended to be something of a classified project, which I'm sure means everyone already knows about it. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others. On our surroundings. That time is over. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Sounds like an important step.
Well, that's an understatement. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. A.O. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I am not overly fond of putting my own mother in harm's way, she has proven more than capable of handling herself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please,
Can't be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Mother. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate, and the Institute at large, will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
X688 sounded very impressed with your work at Libertalia. He doesn't give praise lightly.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
All systems nominal.
I'm looking forward to the next mission.
Hey,
Ready for the next mission, ma'am?
let's move out.
Right behind you, ma'am.
Unit X688
Sounds like those
speaks
raiders
highly
at
of your
Libertalia
combat
were
skills.
Quite a handful.
When Father named you as his successor, I'm sure he bruised a few egos. Hey there. I'm glad you're here. I just got some bad news, and you should probably hear it. A raider gang just hit one of our scavenger teams. The bastards captured a Gen 1 synth. Our tracking shows that it's still functioning, but we don't have the assets to spare for a rescue.
I'll deal with those raiders.
I knew I could count on you. Take this transmitter. Give it to the synth when you find it. Report back when the raiders are gone and I'll schedule the retrieval.
Clearance confirmed.
In case anyone didn't mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Sleep is such a
You
waste
make a lot
of time.
of trips to the surface,
I'd rather
right?
be designing more efficient
Maybe you can
plasma
help me out
emitters.
with something. The Brotherhood of Steel has developed some impressive technology, and I think we could learn some things from them. The best place to start would be to study their design schematics, assuming you can get your hands on some.
Sure, I can do that.
Great! We've got a lead on a small Brotherhood salvage team. That's a good place to start.
I think an outside perspective is just what we need in our next director.
I have every confidence you'll make a fine director.
Liam's been trying to teach me robotics. It's more complicated than I thought.
Clayton.
I'm glad you're here. I'd like to conduct an experiment, but I need some assistance with it. I believe we can improve the growth rates of our crops by using mutated cells, such as those found in supermutants. To test this theory, I'll need a tissue sample from a particularly strong supermutant. I expect I'll eventually need several such samples, but let's just start with one.
You need a tissue sample from a strong supermutant. Got it.
That's right. Now remember, only a particularly hardy supermutant will fit the bill for this experiment. I don't need it right away, but if you do come across such a specimen, I'd be grateful if you could bring back a sample.
Just a glitch in the nervous system. The fine motor control software needs an update.
If it were just a limb twitching, perhaps. But her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it means.
If you're about to launch into one of your speeches about
Can I
artificial
turn off the
sentience
interferometer?
beings with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can imagine. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benet, you know what I'm trying to tell you.
Just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that. You have a lot to learn. If you're really going to be the next director of the Institute.
Doctor?
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough. A culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
What I've seen so far is pretty impressive.
It's just the beginning. Like I said, a momentous time.
Max?
I honestly thought Dr. Lee or Dr. Holdren would be appointed to succeed Father.
You smell like you've been above ground.
Excuse me.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
Please don't get any germs on me.
Good day.
So you will be our new director someday. That was unexpected.
If you ask me.
Excuse me,
The
Doctor.
software comes a
Hello.
little
If I may take a moment of your time, we're having some trouble on the surface. There's a den of those abominable feral ghouls that's been threatening one of our scavenger teams. We've had to recall the synth scavengers until the situation can be dealt with. Hopefully by you.
I'll take care of those feral ghouls for you.
I'm very grateful for your help. I have no first-hand experience with these creatures, of course, but I've heard that they can be quite vicious. They are also quite territorial, so you should prepare for a fight. Good luck.
To the Institute. Please, step forward.
Father's a great man. You must be very proud.
Child synth. It's just remarkable.
Dr. Logan. We've received a work order from SRB.
What do they need?
They're requesting replacement courses. Quite a few, actually. I guess they lost a whole unit on the surface.
Is this some sort of joke?
Welcome. Please.
Can't keep using my synth so recklessly. I refuse to give in anymore.
Should I tell him?
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've increased synth responsiveness.
With our third generation synths,
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Hats off.
This place is still largely static.
very weak, just like you.
You can't be that desperate.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
Glad to see you've returned safely from the Institute, sister.
We're not alone here. A successful mission on all counts, ma'am.
The Institute sent me. Take this transmitter, and they'll send a courser to pick you up.
I look forward to returning to my duties.
Sweet.
Who's out there?
Hey there.
Area secured, General.
What? I'll wear your guts around my neck! This is no game, human. We win. Hey! You disappear! No fair! Gonna be a good fight.
Stay frosty.
Killed you!
stupid, so weak! I hear something. Someone there. Here, playing tricks on me again. Ah, there is nothing. You can't hide forever.
We're good. Not pleasant. Radiation. Shit. This.
All systems go. Clear for takeoff. Stand by for landing.
I'm looking forward to the
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
I've got it right here.
That's it. That's really it.
Protect
All right.
and serve.
Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed.
That's good.
It is. But there's only one way to know if it works. All right. Here we go. And now, we wait.
It'll work. Don't worry.
I hope so. We just have to let the retrovirus run its course. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
off shortly.
Is this a better time for that talk?
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
The Institute isn't our enemy, remember. Let's trade.
Hey.
Just when you think you're safe, you're not. That's how it feels like.
Hope his rain lets up soon.
Instruments read all clear. Green for takeoff. Setting her down at the target location.
You're back, but Kasumi isn't with you?
Project log, Radiation King Television. Mom says these things actually used to broadcast pictures and sounds back before the war. She also mentioned that some of the ruins of the television studios are still around if you head to the city. Of course, she wasn't too happy when I asked if we could make a trip out there. I'm getting off track. I managed to repair the vacuum tubes and got the power working again, but, well, it's not like there's any working signal for this thing to receive. I'm just going to start stripping this thing for parts moving forward.
Bait Shop's got everything you need.
you ain't armed, you ain't long for this world.
Guess it was nothing. Hostiles nearby. Not sure where, though. Area secured. Good. I was starting to get bored. future of mankind has never looked brighter. It makes me proud to serve.
Another lovely day, isn't it?
Those feral ghouls won't be a problem anymore.
Thanks to you, I can finally send that scavenger team back to the surface. Of course, there are feral ghouls hiding all over the Commonwealth. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before we have to deal with them again. If you're willing to undertake another extermination, come and see me. I can always use the help.
'88 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Sounds like those raiders
Being
at
director's a
Libertalia
big
were
job.
quite a handful.
I hope you'll take it seriously.
I delivered the transmitter.
Good. I'll send a courser when I can. I guess those raiders didn't know what hit them.
So, what's my payment?
Payment? I suppose I can offer you something. Here, we can spare a few of these from the armory. I hope that's payment enough for you. The raiders are a constant threat to our scavenging operations. Unfortunately, more synths are likely to be captured. If you want to continue helping us out, check back with me and I'll let you know if we need another rescue.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
All functions normal.
I know you'll honor
I have
Father's
some
legacy.
Brotherhood schematics for you.
Great! Can't wait to get a look at them. I guess you took a pretty big risk to bring me these. I hope I wasn't asking too much of you.
That depends. How do you plan to reward me exactly?
Well, I guess I could give you these. Just keep this between us, okay? I'm not really supposed to be handing out fusion cells. If you come across any more of these blueprints, let me know. In the meantime, I'll see what I can learn from them.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this op.
Hi, miss.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
Remember, you're looking for a supermutant that's tougher and stronger than the average one.
I've got that sample you wanted.
I'll take that from you. Yes, this will do nicely. I hope those supermutants didn't give you too much trouble.
What? No reward for my efforts?
I suppose that's a fair request. I was going to take these over to the SRB, but here, you take them. You face at least as much danger as any of our coursers. It might be necessary to gather more samples. So check back with me later if you can. Again, thanks for your help. I couldn't do this without you.
Huh?
What are you doing here? Isn't today your day off?
It is. But honestly, what am I going to do with the day off?
I don't know. What do you usually do in your spare time?
Be reasonable. I know you can hear me. Now open this door. What's the use?
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
That kind of insubordination can't be tolerated.
I'm sure they'll calm down in time.
I know these men, and I can assure you they are completely serious.
Maybe I can reason with them.
I believe I can help with that. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Logan. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort. Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
Is someone present?
Didn't take long. Good thinking.
Aha! I thought I heard. Something. Made it past the guards, Impressive.
Dr. Higgs.
If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
I know you're angry, but there's a better way to handle this.
Oh, you're wrong. You see, I've tried talking. For years, I've suggested that we do things differently here, but nobody listens. Let's see if anyone can afford to ignore me now.
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know anything about what we do? I'm sure you mean well, but you must see that it's an impossible task.
I'm under no illusion that this will be easy.
Your determination is admirable, if misguided. The truth is simply this. You have no idea what it means to be the director of the Institute.
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher must sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Synths, abort command override and resume normal functions.
Only opens with a key. No way to pick this.
You have a lot to learn if you're really going to be the next director of the Institute.
Lawrence.
The rest see me as little more than a glorified repairman, but I'm as much a scientist as any of them.
Nothing to report. Ma'am.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Bravo! I admit I was fearing for the worst, but I can see that I underestimated you.
I'm just glad they listened to reason.
Indeed. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
They were prepared to let everyone starve to death. They have to die.
I understand. I'll make the necessary arrangements, though it saddens me to do so. I'll see that the mess in hydroponics is cleaned up. I suppose I should also make the funeral arrangements. Well, there's much to do, so I'll get about it. In the meantime, I'm sure everyone will be relieved that this is over.
You are authorized to access my stock of supplies.
Let's see what you got.
What's that?
A lot of runners come through here. They think it's a safe place.
You should have given up.
Amari.
You're the contact H222 was talking about? Just when I thought one person could only experience so much danger in their life. The patient is resting right now. Were you hoping to say goodbye? I don't advise it. He's far past remembering anything about his old life.
I didn't get a chance to say goodbye.
He talked quite a bit about you before I administered the anesthetic. I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity. Now, what's your plan for moving him?
We have to use the original route. There's no other way.
That's the plan? I thought you people valued discretion. But fine. I won't argue. The Maiden Center is where you need to go. All the Gen 1s there need to be gone, understand? All of them. I'm leaving H222 and his future in your hands. Once he's gone, we never had this conversation. He was never here. Before you leave, take the holotape on the table. It's a personal message, for your ears only.
The doctor said I could say goodbye. I've decided to have the operation. I know I'll lose all my memories. I don't want you to be sad. I have nightmares. And this world, the SRB, being hunted, I just can't handle it. Everyone says I'll be safer if I start a new life. I know I'll be happier. My only regret is I'll forget. Old Man Stockton, High Rise, and you. Looking back, there's only fear. Worse than fear. But I will miss my new friends.
It's time, H2.
Thanks.
I'm gonna make this as painful as possible.
Hold your horses, buddy. We'll talk downstairs.
Sloppy tactics,
Hold your horses,
bad aim.
buddy. We'll
This won't
talk
take long.
downstairs.
You'll regret this.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed. Sensor anomaly detected.
Failure. It would appear our target. Attacking human. Incident protocol has been delivered. Hostile.
Yes.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
By order of the Institute.
Movement detected. Curious.
Hey.
Listen, Bunker Hill doesn't want any trouble. You have some seriously powerful friends. If it'll keep us on their good side, consider yourself to have the run of the place. And the next time you need something, just ask, all right?
Hey.
Yeah? Sure. Let's take stock.
Hey.
What do you... Here you go.
I think it's best if we went our...
I'll be ready when you need me again.
Potholes around here.
Used to be a real beautiful city.
Last time we talked, I
Strong go with you.
Yes. Come with me.
Strong travel with human. Huh?
You need something that... Eyes up, weapons out.
My hat's off to Doctor.
Glad you're with us. I just heard the most fascinating rumor. The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Been there and back again. Sounds crazy, right?
It's all true.
Deacon says you used teleportation. I can't imagine. You must feel justifiably proud of what your Minutemen have achieved in such a short time. Eventually, the Minutemen will devise their own plan to deal with the Institute. But I doubt your soldiers will place any priority on rescuing the synths inside. I'm counting on you being as passionate about freeing synths as we are. Please, work with us instead.
I'll work with you then.
You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot. There's a man, or a woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him, so we gave him the codename Patriot. So you need to infiltrate the Institute and make contact with Patriot.
I'll do my best.
Excellent. Tom devised a way to send a message to Patriot. We can plant a coded message on an Institute terminal, and if all goes well, he'll respond. Just see Tom, and you can proceed from there.
The route's been cleared. H-222 is safe to move.
I've heard. Dr. Amari reported that he's already in transit. Good job.
Yeah. It was good to help out H2 again.
Looks like he has a guardian angel. The crisis is over for now. Take this. You've earned it.
Hey, it's Fixer.
Excuse me.
Fixer's back.
Oh, man, you were actually there? Inside the belly of the beast? No time for that, though. Let's set you up to contact Patriot. I got here one genuine Tinker Time special. Just load her up onto a holotape, plug her into any Institute terminal, and execute.
You from one of those vaults? You got too many teeth to be a scab.
Your presence here is a great gift. Not just to Father, but to all of us.
Greetings, ma'am.
Plan to execute everyone who disagrees with
highly
you.
of your
There won't
combat
be an
skills.
institute left for you to lead.
X688 sounded very impressed with your work at Libertad.
You went too far.
He doesn't give
when you
praise
had Higgs
lightly.
and Logan executed.
Hold on.
Hey,
I'm not the only
got
one
another
who thinks
report of an abducted synth.
Justin?
If you're going to be in Diamond City anytime soon, I have a favor to ask of you. You might not be aware of it, but the city's mayor is a synth, an Institute plant. He monitors developments in the Commonwealth and compiles reports on matters of possible interest to us. Since you visit the surface more than anyone else down here, I figured you could pick up the latest report.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Good. The mayor will be waiting in his office. He'll give you the report, and then you'll bring it back to me. Remember, discretion is vital to our operations in Diamond City, so try to keep a low profile.
Capacity. If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the... Facilities Division immediate.
Systems nominal.
Busy day for you, isn't it? When...
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
You've saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z-1. She's a friend. She's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, Z-1. She's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now, how many synths want to escape, Z-1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Liam.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the obvious place to look won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Yes?
Enjoy your new home.
Ah, yes, our newest arrival. I trust you're learning to fit in.
Hey.
Welcome, welcome. Good to see you again. I trust you've been sent by our mutual friend, Mr. Io. I hope he's doing well.
He's fine.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Hancock. Oh, he won't shut up about me. Every caravan that comes from Good Neighbor is loaded with hearsay and rumors about my loyalties. I keep telling our mutual friends that they need to step up our plan to deal with him. Reiterate the urgency, if you could. The full details are in my report, along with some other points of interest. Here it is. Make sure that nobody sees this. Better you destroy it than let it fall into the wrong hands.
You've got nothing to worry about.
I have every confidence in you. I'll let you see yourself out. Do travel safely.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Reporting.
Mr. Loken will never threaten the Institute again. Good work, ma'am.
Unit B592 is undergoing the reclamation process as we speak. Before long, he'll be back in the workforce.
I've got the report from Diamond City.
Good. I'll take that from you. I'll let you know when I need you to pick up the next report. That's all for now.
Aren't you going to offer me something in exchange for my help?
I thought Father brought you here to help us, not to play the mercenary. I suppose I was wrong. If I have to purchase your loyalty, so be it. It's not like I have much of a choice. Here, take these. They'll probably be more useful to you than they are to me. Anyway, like I said, I'll let you know when the next report's ready to be picked up.